Coach, week in, week out, you've had continuous success on the ground, whether it's Scadaboo or DeCarlos Brooks running back there. What's been the key to success over the past couple of weeks?
I think it's the details, but the number one thing is the offensive line is doing a heck of a job, And so they're getting us a push up front, and we're able to hit the holes and be patient enough. But I like the ability of our running backs running downhill and being physical, and so a combination of those two has made us successful.
Yeah, you talk about that offensive line. They have so much more depth this year compared to last year. How important has the depth been for both of them and you guys in the running back?
No, absolutely. Last year we're trying to get guys off the bench to kind of playing, but this year I think the camaraderie at that group, the ones and the twos, and anybody can come in and play, and they've done a good job. Coach Saga has done a good job from a technician standpoint and getting those guys to play, and so it's benefited us in the backfield.
You guys are heading to Cincinnati this week, going across 3 different time zones. Obviously, starting practice here an hour early to get acclimated with that. What do you expect once you guys actually get there and as acclimated to the time?
I think we're a morning group anyway. We practice in the morning. I don't think it's going to affect us that much. And going there 2 days, just to get acclimated. But our guys will be ready to play because we practice in the morning probably about 95% of the time, and so it's not. I don't think it's going to bother us at all.
You guys' first road trip, Coach Dillingham talked about how after Texas State he stayed there a couple days to get that Texas Tempe connection. I'm assuming not many people from Cincinnati and the Ohio area are too familiar with the ASU program. What do you think this game will have an impact on you guys for future recruits?
It's anytime we play national and on the East Coast or the Midwest, it gives us that exposure for us to go and recruit. And I've recruited the Ohio area and pulled about 3 years ago, pulled a running back from the Ohio area, and they're very, very good football. And so it just gives us national exposure for us to be out there and recruit on a high level.
Talk about a lot of veterans in your running back room with Scadaboo, with DeCarlos. What impact have they had on the younger guys now halfway through the season?
It's just the maturity and getting the young guys to understand how to practice, how to study, and doing all those things. With Sip and those guys ready to go at any time, they are learning from the guys in the front of them. And I think the maturity of Scad and the maturity of DeCarlos helps those guys day in and day out.
And now you've seen a lot of the younger guys, like you talked about, maturing. Not only just the younger guys, but newer guys coming in like Relief Brown. How have you seen the overall camaraderie of the group come together over the course of the season?
It's funny because they're very good. They're competing for one job actually, but their camaraderie and the way they help each other, and that's what we preach from day one. And so I think they get along really well. They help each other out, and they're rooting for each other, knowing that it's anytime they can be the next guy up. And so that's a good group of guys.
You guys have sort of 3 different seasons Scadaboo mentioned after one of his press conferences with how the bye weeks are set up. With this next game going into the bye week in 2 whole weeks to kind of sit back and look at this game against Cincinnati, how important is it to come out and show out?
I think it's incredibly important for us to finish this second part of the season strong before that bye week. It's huge for us because you don't want to go 2 weeks with a loss, and waiting on that loss that just happened for 2 weeks. But I think that if we come away with that win, and it'll just get us ready for the last part of the last 5 games.